gonna say now we're probably gonna say Edge.
What?
Like
Why?
because I don't think anybody's ready to say Adam Copeland yet, just because it's been a week.
Oh.
The man you've known as Edge is no more. He is currently Adam. F you. What did he say? F yourself,
Go fuck
Copeland.
yourself.
He said, go fuck yourself. Can I play that video? Am I allowed to play that?
No,
Probably not.
you know he gonna
My
shut me.
guess is no.
He gonna shut it down.
You
gonna
had
be
to
like,
put a
"Oh, that bitch is
disclaimer
on
in
there. Shut it down."
That's exactly what he gonna say.
That's
He's
exactly
definitely
what
gonna
I'm
say that. He's gonna say that. He-
That is it right there.
Wait, Matt, what you mean? You
Huh?
said
What?
you
That's
said a
right there.
disclaimer?
You needed a disclaimer for that. Who was Adam Copeland? Is too many fucking syllables.
That's his name, though. He's the rated R superstar,
too much.
Adam
Hey.
Copeland.
They just go calling the rated R superstar.
It's
Yeah.
too
That's
much.
the cheat.
Well,
Edge.
well, I mean, there's a lot that's been
You
going
saw
on.
Kenny made the joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the
They
edge
shook
of their
hands.
seat.
I was on the edge of my seat.
On the edge of the seat. There were trademarks that went out. I think there were some of the trademarks. It was Cope, Iconoclast,
What?
the Rogue, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if at some point he's going to have some other iteration of Adam Copeland, but right now he's a rated R superstar, Adam Copeland. Dun, 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 dun. Like they tried to make him as Edge as could be without calling him Edge.
Yo, they kept the same song, but at the beginning it was Cal saying, "You think you know me?" It was funny. I heard it.
You think you know him?
And it was like, "Worldwide, you think you know him?"
But that, I mean, well, I get, I mean, to start, that's all on WWE. I didn't realize that the theme was just some band song, and the only thing that WWE really did was had the "You think you know me" at the beginning of it.
Cal
Was popular.
Did you think he was wrestling again? Like nobody, you know.
No, wait. When word on road was Adam Copeland was going to AEW, I assumed that he was going to be wrestling.
No. What I'm saying is, granted, he's been wrestling for what, 2 years?
Yeah, I think so, maybe 3.
So what I'm talking about is like, why will we be changing this up?
Oh,
like why are we changing this up for a 50-year-old? Because like his time is already. So I'm figuring they like nobody's using this.
Cliff,
you dig what I'm saying?
I feel you, but the more I think about the situation, I mean, correct. I mean, let me know how you think. They were banking on CM Punk. Again, I think with a lot of things in pro wrestling, there's a lot of
AEW.
AEW. There's a lot of perfect storms that happen. I think Edge's time out of the WWE, which was just in August, it was just celebrated 25 years, and he had that last match. They did the big blowout of the last match with Sheamus. That was a whole thing. It felt like he retired. I felt like I was done with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
CM Punk's. I don't know what CM Punk's contract was monetarily, but I would assume
like
that if anybody could, you said what?
It was like $3 million a year, if I'm not mistaken.
If there's anybody who's available and would be worth that, it would be Adam Copeland. And I think arguably they may get more in the long run. If what Adam Copeland is saying he's going to do is what's going to happen, where he's there to be there full time, but there's also talk of him being more active and involved, I guess, backstage, behind the scenes, whatever you want to call it. He could add value to a company that needs somebody that is seasoned.
Without a doubt. But the one thing, like you saying the Punk thing is a perfect storm. If I'm AEW, Brass, or whatever, whoever's making decisions outside of Tony Khan, it's no way I would be doing. This guy's 50. He's older than CM Punk, right? Wasn't Punk like 45?
What was the one stat I saw? They said that Adam Copeland is like 7 or 8 years old, or 4 to 8 years older than Hogan was when Hogan joined the NWO, or something. It was something weird like that. He's up there.
So with knowing
Edge
with
44.
how the situation,
44.
knowing how the situation went with Punk, just his body.
Right. That's the biggest thing.
I would be skeptical on giving out that same kind of contract to somebody that's actually older. Granted, he's been wrestling, he's been more active than
he's been hella
Punk
active.
has.
Yeah.
So I would still be skeptical on giving out that length of a contract with that money.
What they haven't. The one thing they haven't discussed is length of time.
And I wouldn't.
And because he made a comment about not really knowing how much time he has left, right? But I would imagine that whatever contract, because if he's planning on ending his career in AEW, I'm going to assume that his career is not going to end with his in-ring stuff. I would feel that he would transition to have a position behind the scenes, working as a producer, agent.
I feel like so the one conversation I've seen, of course, is people worried about like how WWE feels about him moving on. And I think the working part of it, like him in ring, I think they're fine with. I feel like if he turns into a producer after the fact, there may be feelings about that, because then you are choosing up at that point. Like that feels like you choosing up. Like you just going over there to work because we don't have no work for you, fine. But you helping the company along at the end of your career after you are finished doing what you want to do in ring feels like you choosing up.
I don't think they care.
AEW.
I think Adam Copeland, or whoever the hell his name is, had left on good terms. He wanted to hang out with his friend, and they respected that, and they were like, okay. I think that's what it was. I think if he turned into a producer, booker, whatever, I think it would be fine.
Yeah.
I honestly do not think he left on a bad term. Like,
that's all they said.
Terms. When you leave on good terms and decide to do something somewhere else, and let's say he does go there and he succeeds on the booking aspect of it, not the in-ring, the booking aspect of it, and building those stories, he will go back because that money will be bigger than AEW. So it's almost like they allow you to go out there.
Yeah, they do.
Like exercise. That's any corporate company does that. They want you to go out, get like a stretch assignment, and come back and really show what you did outside and bring value back inside. I think the relationship is still strong, even with Christian. I think Christian can come back if he really made an impact. If they made impact, if they were impactful, they can come back.
Christian's been able to flourish more outside of WWE than he ever was there, though.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that Edge ended on a good note with the company. I don't think the company ended on a good note with Edge. Me being so when I say that because I saw a small excerpt. Don't kill me because I did not read the article. I didn't know it was an article, but I saw that small excerpt saying that he wasn't so-and-so's guy. That's the reason why he was moved the fuck up out of there. I'm not sure who so-and-so is, but I think that's the reason. That's the reason why he was moved the fuck out of there. I don't think that he wanted to leave. I think that he's like, yo, I still got something left in me. This is the place that I can go.
And I think that's normal, right? Where there's people that, except I imagine somebody like Moxley probably felt similar, where they were there, but they felt like, I don't want to say.
Moxley was younger. Moxley is younger.
100%.
That's my thing. I think that when people do that, I think there is age discrimination to some degree.
In everything.
Especially
in everything.
Yeah, with everything, but especially with this space, because there is a cap.
Look at us.
There is a kind of like, you know what I mean? But I feel like those guys don't get it. Like, because they've been doing, it's like a football player that gets hurt, you know? They don't get it that, you know, somebody like Justin that would be coming back to wrestling don't care about Edge. He lapsed. He didn't see you
because he's younger.
And then he lapsed. And then he came back after a couple years, and he still don't know who you are.
Is that blanket? That's not blanket for everybody though, is it?
But
blanket.
Like, if we say this about, because a lot of people, because I think the one thing that gasses these pro wrestlers at a certain age is the nostalgia, the people that dig into the nostalgia, because no matter what happens, that, just like I told y'all, when that music hit, the roof blows off, the timeline is going crazy.
I didn't see that.
They were hyped for that man. They was hyped for that man, and it was the whole. It was a conversation all night. No, at the Rumble.
No,
you don't think at WrestleDream they weren't going up for him as well?
I didn't. No.
Nigga, what is this?
I don't.
There's a whole side that was missing, though, right?
Of course.
I didn't know what you was talking about, cuz I got scared for a second. I
don't know. I got to figure out what stream. I got to figure out what StreamYard is doing. Peace.
I think it goes.
I can't do that.
Yo, whose birthday is it?
I know. You see that shit? I think there's
hold on.
Fans.
Mimi say peace. Mimi say peace.
Peace.
You got to put your fingers up though.
Oh.
Peace.
That nigga don't know what peace is.
She said, "What did you?
What happened? Yes, peace.
Why was your piece on delay?"
I think he's the controller, so he gets it.
Go best friend. Birthday.
There are different types of fans, and Laps fans. I think my take equates to the Laps fan, because those are the people that are either nostalgic or
don't give a fuck,
have a gap and don't care, and just is going in
because of a name.
So my question, hold on, about care, right? Is care? Are you talking like through the whole of the run, like the entirety of while he's there? Or are you talking about just at these like pay-per-views and big events?
I'm talking about coming in fresh, bright-eyed, bushy tail. Like, who's that? Not really interested because they're older and don't care. Okay, I'm just gonna walk away and not really care or turn it off like that. So it's a more of a instant reaction, not necessarily like staying on. Maybe they will walk away, come back when they recognize somebody on the screen. Then they'll like watch, you know what I mean? But in terms of, I say care, meaning that instant feeling, that instant, okay, I'm looking at this person right now. I don't know who he is, and he's old.
John
like,
Cena
what's
comes
this?
Back.
Right.
Yeah. Which is a little bit different. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. Yeah.
So
it's more like that. So if they don't care and they don't invest that instant, that instant when they see them, they're not going to care down the line. They're not going to buy their merch. They're not going to. It's not going to matter. They're going to watch the show to see, but they're not going to watch that person.
This is what, and Cuz brought up a good point. What I thought was a good point earlier this week. This nigga has had such a layoff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people don't. So if you didn't know him, you didn't know him, right? With him going somewhere new, he could start completely over. So the people that don't know him, don't know who the fuck he is, or the people that didn't give a fuck about him, he can start brand fucking new. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like this is a whole new thing. And he can go wherever he wants with it. That's what I think is a plus for him.
But it's too late.
I think he's going to the nostalgia company. I think those fans are over there. Those fans aren't over there for new people yet.
Right. He went exactly where he went because he knew those people were going to cheer for a man. But that's what he went there. You saw all them names that he mentioned, all the matchups he wants to do. He went there, and that's what they want. They want to just throw him at everybody.
But the problem is with this being an older superstar, and I'm for Edge going over there. He's always going to be Edge for me. The problem with that is he doesn't wrestle that kind of wrestling.
Right.
Yes, it's a nostalgic act, but he doesn't do this. So
at a certain point,
with him being that age, we go back to the durability part of this. This looks good. And he is one of the biggest names that ever come to the company. But when you mention, I want to fight this person, that person, this person, that person, isn't realistic this body. You know what I'm saying? So,
like you said,
and do you want to risk that?
Like you said, if CM Punk was 5 years younger, and he was out multiple times with injuries, so and that's injury city over there. There's a lot of people that be in and out of there. That would be the biggest question mark, is if his body can hold up to not even wrestling, not wrestling in AEW, wrestling period, just because of how far he is in his career.
So they're not bringing him over to have a banger with Kenny Omega. He's going to have a match with Kenny Omega, but it's going to be steeped in actual storylines, the stuff that Kenny can't do. He's a big enough guy on the sports entertainment part of it, the talking and storyline part of it, that he can carry Kenny Omega into people who care about like promos and stuff, because it's not, Kenny's bag. It's not his bag. But Edge will be able to do that. That's why they put Kenny with and against Don Callis and guys like that always around, because when it comes to that kind of thing, I mean, work rate through the roof. That on the microphone ain't his. So you bring a guy like Edge around him, you have a 5-10 minutes match and it's fine. But it ain't gonna be a bunch of runners.
Are you okay with a 5-10 minute match? Like I don't.
Yes.
I'm saying this because I'm okay with seeing Edge in a 5-10 minute match, because I know Edge. You know what I'm saying? But like what's happening is you bringing them over, and what Hamlet was saying the other day is the demographic is younger. The demographic is younger. Do they want to see that 5-10 minute match? You know what I'm saying?
They're at the AEW does this thing where like they only press about 3-4 buttons. They press the work rate button, they press the violence button, they press the nostalgia button. Those are the games they play over there.
Shit, that's everybody's buttons.
Right? But they strictly in them lanes. Like anytime that they try to press any of them other buttons or try to do something different, it's kind of when they really fall short. Play the hits. Play the goddamn hits. Don't try new dishes at Thanksgiving. When you giving these big shows and using these big stars, you're not use who you have for what you want. And that's the thing. They've had problems building new stars because they stick to a lot of play the hits, work rate. I don't care how great the match is. I don't care how great the moves are. You cannot build a star with wrestling moves, right? I don't think so. I've never seen a star built with wrestling moves. Every big, huge star I've seen built has been with story. And their stories, that ain't what they do. They do nostalgia. They do violence. They do
wrestling.
Right. Technical ability. And I think that's the issue. So play your hits, but the folks that are in that audience are there for those three things, and they get them. So I think they'll use Edge in the capacity that they use everybody, especially they old dudes. They really haven't botched old dudes with their booking. Any problem?
What do you mean by botch?
When the way they've used Jericho is what they wanted. They've gotten everything they've wanted from Jericho. You know what I'm saying? It isn't all hasn't been like great stuff that we all love, but whatever their purpose was, he served it.
Right.
So I think things have gone as planned pretty much for the old dudes. Maybe not like Jake the Snake. I don't know what they were.
No, that wasn't. That doesn't count.
But the folks that they like invested in as far as veterans, I think they've gotten what they wanted to get out of them. They have had a tough time building folks because that's not really their bag yet.
I hope the nigga does well.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine.
I hope he does well, but
he was hurt in WWE during this last run too, a couple times.
His last run stank.
That's going to be the issue. We're in a company where Adam Cole's out again, He said multiple
surgeries. I think that's who he is. He's been out at everywhere he's been.
He was. I was like, he was just getting back, but it was last year that he just returned from the.
You ever seen Unbreakable?
Situations.
You ever seen Unbreakable with Samuel Jackson? When he was at the top of that ramp, he looked like Samuel Jackson looking down them steps.
It's a problem over it. I'm going to assume that things will be okay.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Booking wise, I don't know how soon Adam Copeland is going to be touching some of these people that are going to be in.
I thought you meant Cole. Pardon me. I'm sorry.
No. Ultimately, I mean, I don't know what's going to go with Adam Cole. I really. The last situation was bad. This situation where there's multiple surgeries that need to be done, it sounds like he's going to be out for a while, which could then.
That's the one thing that keeps happening at AEW.
They're going
with their young guy, the guys that they're trying to build. They'll put them in bed with somebody to elevate them, and something always happens to that other guy.
Yeah.
Because Cole got hurt. He was supposed to be in the thing with MJF. Yep. MJF, who somebody else was supposed to. Well, the thing, Starks is running into injury problems, his own and other people's. Like
Moxley just got injured off the same. I believe it was the same night Cole got injured.
No, somebody put Moxley to sleep early. Moxley wasn't even sleepy, and he had to go to bed.
No, but that was a dive off the ramp at the beginning. It may have been off the same side that Adam Cole dived off of, where he then injured his leg. But yeah, it was literally a dive off the thing. But regardless,
is that why he was cussing?
Probably.
Yeah, he was off. He was from the jump. I was off.
He's supposed to be back. Title Tuesday. I guess we'll talk about Title Tuesday in a bit. But I'm assuming that they're not going to have Adam Copeland in some of these young bucks, Kenny Omega, whatever type situation, Lucha Bros situation soon. He's getting Luchas.
You don't think that the EVPs, they don't really have any position in that company. However, you don't think the EVPs are gonna have are gonna be like, can we get an Edge and Christian match? And then they got the Hardys over there. You don't think they're gonna call Devon and Bubba Ray to limp to the ring?
No, trust me, I could see all this happening. I don't know, like I don't think that's gonna be. That's not going to be February.
No,
because you still have to go through the whole Christian case. And so summer 2024, whenever they want to do that bullshit, go right ahead. I have a ball. I really, it's not for me. But right now, in the time where they're establishing Adam Copeland, I'm going to be assuming that he's going to be getting fed people that it's going to be more like I don't know if it's going to be a transition from WWE to AEW, but it feels like he may get some more matches that are more his speed currently.
He gonna fight the Transition-saurus Rex first. I don't want to.
It makes sense.
Like the dinosaur, yo. I don't.
His first match.
Like I'm insulted by the dinosaur. I'm insulted by it more than anything in the history. Like the dinosaur and Marco Stunt are the most offensive things ever in pro wrestling to me, period.
Why? Because he's a human that's a dinosaur?
Right, because we're supposed to expect that there's the human that's a dinosaur. Like we don't know it's just the white man under the we don't like this nigga didn't just go to like Amazon like reptar costume.
Well,
big and tall. We don't.
Well, his name is Luchasaurus. So what is his parents would be what? A dinosaur smashed a Lucha.
Cousins. They would be cousins is what they would be.
They would be Mexican dinosaurs. Dinosaurs from Mexico.
Now, all right. So here's the thing. I would kind of advise against, cuz is like we could run into this nigga. You just said his mother had sex with a dinosaur. Like, no, you know what I'm saying?
I said they were Mexican dinosaurs because he is a dinosaur.
One of them had to be the Mexican.
So wait, so he's
dinosaur. Did you call his mother a dinosaur, yo?
That's
you either say his mother is a dinosaur or she had sex with a dinosaur. This is what you
ain't
saying.
no diners. It ain't no people.
Wait, so is it more? Is it is it more that he's a dinosaur that just got into pro wrestling?
And here he come
That's
with
it.
the freaking answers.
That's it.
He's a
He's
a
a
dinosaur
Okay, with the probing question.
that was
But, like,
watching
how can
TV
a
like, oh shit,
dinosaur-
Lucha.
Like the dinosaur with the dinosaur arms, how can you collar an elbow? Like you can't.
He had to evolve.
Didn't fish have legs?
I wonder if because if Danielson's on if he's moving on the way out, I mean he's got Swerve next week. I don't know where Danielson's going next in terms of storyline of pro wrestling. Because if he's not the number one contender for the title after next week,
It's the TNT title.
it's the number one contender for the TNT title.
Correct. This is why if I'm I could be mistaken, but it's the TNT title.
Yeah.
This is why Brian Bryanson is gonna lose.
It's going to lose. Oh yeah, he don't care. He don't care about titles, right?
He don't care about
Definitely
titles at all.
that one.
I don't think he cares about any title.
Definitely
doesn't.
I think he cares about
that.
matches. I think he wants to have
TNT
matches.
championship number one contendership. Danielson, Strickland. Yeah, so Swerve is going to win.
Yeah. Now, probably by dastardly means.
But this would mean that because I mean, if Swerve is big heel, that means somebody's going to take that title because Christian Cage has got that title right now.
Right.
We about to get Edge Swerve Strickland. I mean, Adam Copeland Swerve Strickland.
Eventually. Yeah, that is one of the names he said.
He did mention that. God damn,
So I mean, now and I also don't believe I don't believe the names that he said was a predetermined list. I think he was freestyling. Yeah, I think he was answering the question, and the names that he was saying were the names that came to his head off top.
Does Adam Copeland want to be TNT champion?
I don't think he cares. He's held way more prestigious championships. Niggas like that don't care, but he want to have the matches. He still wants to move and shake.
I'm gonna fear the time where he's gonna have to face a John Moxley and get into one of those rip up the phone wrestle on the plank matches.
But those are the matches that the old dudes survive. All they gotta do is bleed a little bit and beat on yo.
Trust me, the one time I saw Edge live was at Extreme Rules in an I Quit match. I was at a certain point, I'm done. I don't need to see this anymore. People screaming into a microphone with their hair getting again, this is the thing with Adam Copeland coming back. I feel like I've seen the beginning and the end of his WWE career. I'm not saying I'm not going to watch. I'm not sure what AEW is going to add for me.
So I think what will be really different is even though Edge is a nigga that would have more say than most at a WWE. Like, you know what I'm saying? He would have more say than most. He's got way more say in what he does at AEW. Like, I'm sure Tony's like, so what do you want to do? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That video package he talked about, that was his idea, and they just shot the shit.
So I think it'll be really, really different because good or bad, we'll see what he wants people to see on screen. Like, we'll see more of what he wants to be or how he wanted to be represented. I think it'll be cool. I really can't wait to see the best version of Edge, and that's always bad guy Edge. Bad guy Edge is always better than good guy Edge. So I would I'm looking forward to bad guy Adam or Perimeter, whatever the nigga name is gonna be.
What was you gonna call him? Perimeter?
Yeah, Perimeter. You know what I mean?
Cliff
Copeland.
Cliff Copeland is crazy. Jeez.
I thought it was just gonna be Adam Cage,
the
brother of Christian.
He's gonna have to be Adam Cage at some point. Yeah, that'll be the storyline. Maybe
you think they related to Johnny Cage?
That's their uncle.
I'll say this: knowing AEW, if another Mortal Kombat movie was coming out and Johnny Cage was the star, they would be Cage brothers for they would do a trios match as the Cage brothers.